Hey everybody, how's it going here? Curtis Koch from Broadway Limited Imports. We've got a couple of new announcements that were in October. I can't believe it's already November. This year has just flown by. But we got some new product announcements coming up that we'll get to later on in the video. And we've also got some stuff that we're going to tease for our next big product announcements coming up at TrainFest. So stay tuned for that. But let's get into a couple of big, literally, announcements that we've got. It's our HO Scale Big Boy rerunning again with some new details. For our 2025 production of HO Scale Big Boys, we're bringing them back, but with some new details, especially for those of you who saw Big Boy 4014 on its most recent tour to California and throughout the Midwest and Texas. We've got new details. We're adding the PTC details, so you'll see the triple dynamo on the fireman side. You will see the polished cylinder heads, an updated builder's plate, the PTC antenna box on the tender right behind the fuel bunker, and many other details as well. You can find all that full list on our website, broadway-limited.com. And for those of you who don't want 4014 with those details, we will have it without those as well. You can, again, find that information on our website at broadway-limited.com. The other big boy that's worth noting in this run is 4019 with the experimental smoke deflectors. For those of you who are N-scalers, we offer this to our Conductors Club's members. And for you HO scale guys, you'll be able to get this in this newest run through your favorite dealer. And 4019 had experimental smoke deflectors during the 1944-1945 winter time. The railroad did it to experiment with that to see if it would make any difference of the smoke flumes coming out of the smokestack. And it only worked for a couple of months before it was ultimately canceled with that idea. But on top of that, we do have other general road numbers that you can, again, find on our website. But we also have some fantasy schemes. We've got the American Freedom Train, the 49er, the Great Northern, and a Navy-inspired paint scheme for you to pick your hands on as well. So again, contact your favorite dealer today to guarantee yours by delivery. The order deadline for this newest production run of Big Boys is March 6th, 2025, and we expect them to arrive this time next year in the fall of 2025. Next up, we're bringing back another iconic 4-axle diesel. It's very popular for those of you who have many different railroads, but we got some new paint schemes. We've got the EMD GP35s returning. The road names on this run include Canadian National, Erie Lackawanna, Southern Pacific, Pennsylvania Railroad, Norfolk and Western, Reading, Conrail, which is the ex-Reading paint scheme with black Conrail patches on it, and Wheeling and Lake Erie. And due to popular request of the Wheeling and Lake Erie units, both road numbers of the Wheeling and Lake Erie units will be offered in our Stealth series as well. We also are doing 2 Wheeling and Lake Erie exclusive paint schemes with Chase's Train Garage. This includes Unit 2662, which is in a Kodachrome themed paint scheme. And also we're doing locomotive number 200, which is in the state of Ohio bicentennial paint scheme. And both units have Wheeling and Lake Erie road specific details. You can order those 2 exclusive schemes through Chase's Trains Garage. Go find them online, and you can also go on our website and you'll find a link to it in our products page there. On this third production run, like I said, we're modeling 8 different railroads, all with prototypically accurate road numbers and paint schemes and road-specific details. The order deadline for these GP35s is December 19th, with an expected delivery of June of 2025. And finally, we got Conductors Club locomotives coming in 2025 that we announced just this past month. This will be the ES44 in both HO and N scale. The paint schemes for both gauges are the CPKC Golden Beaver, the CSX Heritage units in Western Maryland and Georgia Railroad, and the UP Breast Cancer Pink Ribbon locomotive number 7400. If you want the sound versions of the HO scale locomotives, that'll be $199.99, and they also have smoke. The N scale versions of the ES44s is $149.99 for sound. If you're looking for stealth units to add your own aftermarket decoder, or if you operate on DC, stealth units are available at $129.99 for HO and an N scale for $99.99. So you get a great deal on 2 exclusive locomotives in each scale. You also have until May 16th of 2025 to get your order in for these locomotives. And like we did for the first run of Conductor Club locomotives with the Challengers and Big Boys, we are asking for a $50 deposit required to reserve yours, so that way you get it guaranteed when they arrive. And now for something a little bit of fun, we have 2 pre-production samples of our PRR Z74D Business Cars. These cars are going to be arriving in January of 2025. Here's the balloon roof of it right here. And we got the other version right here with a lot of great details. Just like the Kenefit cars, they have individual lighting controls with the touch sensor. And I'm going to quickly demonstrate how each sensor works and where they're located. So that way when you get these cars, you're ready to go to control your lights on these cars on your railroad. So let's head over to the layout here and let's take a look at them. All right, so we're looking at the platform side here of this business car. And for those of you who are wondering, we actually have 2 track inspection lights that are underneath the platform here. And the sensor for that light, for you to activate it on and off, is on the roof right up past the little notch right at the top of the platform. You just simply tap right behind it and you'll see the lights turn on and off. And you don't have to really tap it hard. You can really just lightly tap it. That way your paint will maintain on your model. It won't get any fingerprints or anything like that. That'll affect the paintwork on your model. We don't think that it'll have any impact on it anyways if you do touch it hard enough. But I know for some of you who like to handle your models with care, this will be a great way for you to just lightly tap it again, and you can get the same function. So next up here, we have the interior lights, which are set for off right now, but with track power, they will come on. I have turned them off here. But this little rectangle part right on the top of the roof here is where the sensor is located. And you can see that you can just touch it lightly and it goes on and off. If you want to control the dimness to a certain lighting feature that you want, you just simply press and hold your finger. There it goes, and it dims down. Do it again, and it turns back on. And if you want it at a certain brightness, you can press and hold your finger, and then take your finger off, and it'll keep that brightness on your track as you go along. If you were to take off track power, it would obviously turn off, and it will not remember it. So if you like a specific light setting, you would have to keep it turning it on and off at each particular time. All right, now we're looking at the vestibule side of the car here, and you'll see that we have 2 red marker lights here, and these are activated on the roof between the little circular hatch here and these 2 rectangular boards on the top. You just have to tap it on and off, and again, you can individually control it. Now, these are pre-production samples, so we still are going to make some refinements to the lights on the brightness or the dimness of it, and we're still going to be making some changes between now and when they arrive in January. So what you see here is not the final product, obviously, but we're really excited about how these look, and we're going to be making, like I said, some changes to them, so that way they will exceed your expectations when they get on your railroad. One more light feature that's also individually controlled, but it's actually linked to the interior light. You'll notice on the underside of the platform, you include 2 platform lights underneath the roof here that will light up the platform. So if you want to put any people on the platform of your observation cars, on your business cars, you'll be able to individually control that. That is actually linked, like I said, to the interior light. So when you dim it, it'll also dim these lights here as well. So that about does it. Again, these passenger cars will be coming in, at least what we're projecting it to be, around January of 2025. We don't have an exact date yet, but we'll keep you updated as it goes along. We do have 3 new product announcements this month of November. For those of you who live in the Midwest, we will be at TrainFest in Milwaukee. For those of you who are going to be attending the show, we will have 3 brand new HO Scale product announcements. I'm not going to say what they are here. You'll have to come see us at the show to find out what they are. And of course, we'll email it to everybody when we make that announcement as well. But you don't want to miss out. Those are going to be some items that you're definitely going to want on your layout. One of which is a brand new steam locomotive. So we'll leave it at that, and we'll see you guys at TrainFest. But thank you guys so much again for watching. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you guys next time here on Broadway Limited YouTube channel. See you guys.